What's up, everybody? How's it going? I'm your host, Ichiban, and welcome to the Otaku View. Now, this is one of the first video episodes. Oh, man. Drop the mic. Yeah, this is one of the first video episodes, and my head is killing me because I've been trying to figure out how to work this stuff. I'm using OBS right now, so I don't know exactly what I'm doing with it. Even this microphone it's a little crappy. I mean, it's a good microphone, but I think this one specifically that I bought from someone is not too good. Anyway, today's focus of video, today's focus is Tekken 8. Oh yeah, please forgive the background. I do have a green screen, as you can see, but using the stock webcam in my laptop is not going to work out too well. So with that being said, yeah, please forgive me. I just got off of work and I just decided to take some time to record this video, because okay, so let's start. Let's start from the beginning, right? Where I want to go with this. Tekken 8 was announced, according to this, 3 months ago. Was it 3 months ago? At the State of Play? Tekken 8 was announced at EVO. But it wasn't like an official announcement. It was like a teaser type thing, right? And a lot of people were like super confused as to what the hell was going on. But I knew it was Tekken 8. I knew they were alluding to Tekken 8, right? Like, that's just Harada and Michael's style. Like, Harada-san and Michael style. They like to, play around. But at the end of the day, ultimately, they give you what you want. Namco Bandai and the Tekken team and, these guys, they travel to these events and they make sure that they give us what we ask for, like what us, the fans, want. And it's usually a spectacle. This time around, they gave us a little teaser. And I think this was back in July or August. I think it was like beginning of August. And then 3 months ago, we got the Tekken State of Play trailer, right? Now, I'll be honest with you. I straight up lost my mind. I remember sitting down and seeing, I was just sitting down. And this was a horrible month for me, by the way. This month sucked. Well, that month sucked. This was September. It was horrible. And I remember seeing this pop up because I wasn't going to watch it. I wasn't going to watch the State of Play. And I remember seeing it, just seeing, I said, I have a PlayStation 5. I had a PS5. I was like, I might as well just see what they're gonna announce. And this trailer came on, right? Like this trailer, and I'm like, yo, what is? Like, I'm trying to make out what it is. I'm thinking, hey, maybe it's a new shooter, because it kind of has some shooter vibes. And then they showed this helmet, and I'm like, what is this helmet right here? Clearly, this is like some sort of shooting game. Like, maybe this is an FPS like Crysis or something like that. And I mean, I really was not expecting. Whoa, wait, why is this? And let me turn that off. Okay. I remember seeing Gene, and it took my mind a second to get it. I was like I'm looking, I'm like, hold on. I'm in my mind, I'm playing a guessing game. I'm like, wait, this is Tekken? And man, when I tell you, this part right here is where it really set in. This is Kazuya right there in your face. Look at that. Look at that face right there. Fully detailed. Rain's falling all on his face. Man got veins and shit all in his face. Cuts. Everything, right? This is when it really set in that this was Tekken 8. And boy, when I tell you I lost my mind, I couldn't believe it. And it looks so good. Man, it looks good, right? And I'm like, okay, this is just a little trailer. Please forget the noise in the background. It's my cat Valkyrie running around. She has a case of the zoomies. Anyway, when this happened, and I mean, I couldn't believe it. Like, this was a whole fighting thing. This was a fighting trailer. I was like, I couldn't even like think. Like, when I was watching this, I couldn't even like process what I was seeing. I was so hyped. I wasn't even hyped. I was just, I really was in disbelief that this was a thing. I called my friend and I was like, look, there's a trailer for Tekken 8 right now, and it's showing actual gameplay, right? And the game looks absolutely stunning. Game looks beautiful. It looks amazing. Like, I can't complain or nothing, right? Jin's new outfit, Kazuya fighting this guy, and maybe one day I'll go through what's going on, because it's a lot of things that's going on in this trailer that only if you follow the Tekken story in a certain way, you would know. But you have to really follow the Tekken story. Once again, forgive me, guys. Pretty tired. So after that, right? We saw that awesome trailer, which gave us so much. We ended up, I think, there was the Video Game Awards, which was a big deal. Where they was going to show us a lot of stuff in Tekken 8 once again. And this is where this is pretty much what I want to focus on in the video, the things that was in this trailer. First of all, they made it seem like the trailer was going to be a huge deal. And it kind of was and it wasn't, because I know what Harada-san was going for. He was going for, in this trailer, he was going for a big character reveal that I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been requesting from him. A lot of Tekken purists. So I know that's what he was going for. Same for Michael. I know exactly what they were, they were like, oh, okay, we're going to, reveal this big character return. And, for me, I just wanted to see more Tekken. I didn't really, I didn't think that they would do that. But I think maybe they showed us more than what, we know. But, they show us a lot out of the story mode. We get to see Paul. We get to see either that's Forrest or Marshall. New Jack design. Like, we're seeing more of the game, right? We're seeing a lot more of the game and the stages, and they're giving us a lot. Like, if you're a Tekken fan, this is more than what we could, more than what we deserve, in my opinion. Because I know that this game takes a lot of work. Like, it has to take more than what we can, pretty sure this game takes a lot. So yeah, a lot of people looked at the trailer, and a lot of people were like, oh well, the game doesn't look as good as that other trailer did, which I saw something completely different. I do see something in like an Unreal Engine, because I believe they use Unreal for Tekken. And to me, the game looks stunning. It looks gorgeous. You have the, if you can see the neon lights in the background in this New York-like stage, and you see the character models, a little bit of clipping going on. But more importantly, in this trailer, what you're really seeing is the system in work. You're seeing the system in action, rather. But I mean, look. There's so much going on in this screen. There's so much going on that I just, in my opinion, what does it say? Let your days glow and something. I don't know what that says there. But there's so much going on, right? And, I remember staying up all day because like my job, like where I work at, I do third shift, and I remember staying up all day for this, and it didn't come on until like right before my shift to work. And I thought that was gonna show a lot more, but you know, it was the video game awards and stuff like that, and Harada goes in detail on it, right? So you know, the big reveal clearly was June. Now I want to see the other Tekken 8 stuff because there's some Tekken 8 stuff that they showed that they were real in depth, right? Real in depth, rather. Okay, is this it? No. They were at the North American Finals, right? I believe. Yeah, I think it would be this, but it would be like at the end of this. Maybe I can just fast forward. Did not need to see that. Right about here, and they said a lot of things, and I'm not really gonna watch the whole thing. What just happened? YouTube. Never seen that before. Okay, so Harada-san and Michael Murray, they sat down and they really went in detail on what we saw, right? Number one, hey, we got Jun Kazama, which is a big deal, you know, because, you know, we're getting somewhere in the story now that we have Jun. Big deal, right? Jun showing her evolution. What I really like about this and what I really respect about these guys, also this right here is like for the cosplayers for June, and I'm not really gonna get into too much about her, but I will say I like her design, very motherly design, very mother-like design. They didn't over sexualize the character, which is something a lot of games tend to do nowadays with their woman characters, their lady characters. So, what I want to, now I want to get into, you know, the point of this video, right? Just want to give you a little perspective earlier, but this is what I want to talk about, right? Like the state of Tekken 8. What is Tekken 8? What I see, right, when I see Tekken 8, and my assumptions as a legacy Tekken player, as a Tekken fan, right? What they're going for, if I'm impressed, if I'm not impressed, because one thing I realized about the FGC community, the fighting game community, based off of the content creators that I follow, and even the people who really like Tekken, like trying to think of that guy's name, Rip. And Rip, I apologize. You know, not that you'll see this video, but I apologize. I'm not trying to say anything bad about you or nothing like that. But just fighting game content creators in general, right? A lot of these guys, you know, clearly they're no different than me or you or whoever, right? But they seem to have a very pessimistic view of the game. Right, or just in general, they have a very pessimistic views of what's going on with these games, and you know what the Tekken team is doing. Like, it would take you decades to even get, you know, to being able to do. Like, they're working magic here, right? Like, I would assume this is probably their most challenging project that they have. But right off the top, right, my impressions of this game, first and foremost, is this Tekken is going for a more extreme look, right? A more extreme look, right? Like, everything is just like on steroids now. Everything is different, right? I think there are like little character things where they showed no, it's not there. But I know in that trailer, let me see if I can find the trailer, which was kind of a thing that they showed. The trailer was a sort of the stuff that people saw in the trailer. Oh man, this thing's giving me a hard time, isn't it? Okay. So, the stuff that people saw in the trailer, right? I want to tell you what I saw. How I feel about. Okay, first of all, Paul's new style. I'm not gonna knock it. You know, they explained it. It's in force. So his hair is down now. You know, hey, it's okay. If you're a Paul fan, you know, you're a Paul fan, whatever. You know, we need something different. You know, that's his, you know, little rage art and stuff like that. Now, this right here, maybe I can find another one because that was really fast. That was a quick little glimpse of. I think this is forest law. I don't think this is martial law. But regardless, right? You can see where they're going. Like if you look at the previous Tekken, like Tekken 7, right? Which to me is still it's still a beautiful game. It's a gorgeous game till this day. Yes, it's been out for like 8 years. I don't care. It's a very beautiful game. But you can tell that they had some challenges with the character bodies, right? But, you know, now they have new hardware and stuff like that and more polygons and pixel count, you know, stuff like that, developer talk. But what I notice is you can tell that this is very early. And even, I can tell a lot of people didn't notice this. Even, what's his name, Maximilian didn't notice this. This right here, even though, like, he has, like, 0.2% body fat, this right here clearly is not finished. I don't know what this is. And like I said, I'm not knocking these guys because I know this game is in extremely early development. I'm not knocking these guys. But clearly this right here is like some low resolution. I don't know. You know, nobody's six pack is coming up this high. But you can see, you know, where they're going with it. What I really would like to focus on is, you know, the overall of this character model. Now, all these character models are built from scratch, according to Harada-san. But what you can see here is how extreme they're really going with the body, with the body types. Like these guys are bulked the hell up. Like they're like super lean and look, man, veins all everywhere, right? Like you can tell that, you know, where they're trying to go with this game is they're trying to make everything more extreme, right? Which I don't know if it's more respected. I don't know. But even this Jack right here, he has gold fingertips and he has this crazy cybernetic look. And he's coming in on I don't know what the hell this is, a rocket rail gun. I don't know what the hell it is. But you can see, and he even has bullets on him. I guess it goes through here, but you know, he even has these things. It's a very extreme look. Even King, right? Like what could you really do with King? You know, he's a guy in a leopard mask. I'm sorry, in a jaguar mask, you know, but he looks more I want to say Mexican with the, you know, stuff he has on him. It looks like his body is a little more complete. His character model is more, more complete. But you can see, you know, what they're really trying to show us is like the gameplay, stuff like that. Like, you know, this is like the first impressions, really, you know. Like, gave us a little bit of a Mortal Kombat right there where you see the whole screen shifted and the colors changed and stuff. And then we go to the sort of Dead or Alive type mechanic where the whole wall blows up, and we'll get into that more. You know, this is a trailer. I just wanted to really look at the character models before they because I don't think they really go into the character models because, you know, this game is really early in development, you know, and you know, what can you really say? Let's see. I just need to find those parts that I was okay. I know I was around here somewhere. Okay, so as I was saying, as you can see, they're going for a more extreme look. So this is a Jack 8 clearly. This is a Law. We don't know which Law. This is Lar's new look. I like his new look. You know, it shows he's in a position of power. You know, and with Tekken, this is a Paul type thing. He looks like a spunkler now. And then we have King right here who looks badass, right? And One thing Tekken has never really failed in is the design department. They've always done great with the designs. The team has always made these cool looking characters. And thinking about this, it does kind of give me a Gigas vibe with Jack 8. But a lot of people like the design of Gigas, who was a character in Tekken 7, who, he's cool. I wasn't a big fan of him, though. Man, I'm just trying to fast forward. So here they go into the fact that they really want the game to be about more. They really want you to be more aggressive in this game. They don't want you to really run and turtle, or not. I don't know if you can really turtle in Tekken 8 and Tekken 7, but they really want you to be more aggressive, right? Which I would assume that whatever they're working on in this game is going to cater to the spectacle of the game being more aggressive, right? Because the game is, Tekken 7 was a more strategic game. But the thing about Tekken 7 is you would really want to utilize your environment. And a lot of Tekken 7, like a good 70% of that game or 80% of that game and in your fights is how well you're moving, right? Like, do you have good movement? Are you able to evade? Are you able to make people whiff? Are you able to get out of the way? Based on your character's abilities, right? Because all characters are not created equally in Tekken, and clearly that's always an issue that people have with some characters. Me being a Leo fan, I don't really have that. I do and I don't. I don't really care about it. My playstyle is usually in your face unless you're kicking my ass. Then I'm moving around. Now, what was I saying before we got there? Anyway, they go into the whole destructive stage thing, right? Which, like I said, gives me a really big DOA sort of vibe. It's not as over the top. It's big, but it's not over the top. It's not crazy. It's pretty cool, And most of the stuff that they're showing us is through a developer mode. It's not really through a, gameplay mode. This is more of a development thing. And they just explain it to us, as they should. Please explain it, to us, because a lot of people saw this and they were like, oh, this doesn't look nearly as good as we thought it was going to look. It doesn't look like the first trailer. And it's like, dude, what are you talking about? It looks great. I don't know what most people are seeing. Like, these character models are very high resolution. They're very, very detailed. It's just, they're just incomplete. What we saw in that trailer, that first trailer that showed the gameplay in the story mode, that was in-game content that I would assume that they pretty much, completed. Because if you look at it, a lot of them have. You look at those character models of Jean and Kazuya, they have like rain and sweat and stuff like that, and lights reflecting off of them. It takes a lot to put all that in your character model, even if you're using something like Unreal Engine, the current Unreal Engine, and all these things are, made to kind of work together. It takes a lot to do that, so. To me, the game looks great. This is all in-game stuff. This is Paul's new special right here. It looks okay. I'm not impressed. I'll say this. I'm not gonna knock it because the game's in early development. It's just like Tekken 7. Tekken 7 Vanilla to me, it was the greatest thing on earth when I saw it. But looking back on it from, seeing what the Tekken 7, which I think was Fated Retribution, was like basically Tekken 7 2.0, because Tekken 7 Vanilla was beta, right? It was like 12 characters on it. It was still a beautiful game running on arcade hardware. But the point is, the game needed location tests and things like that, right? So you couldn't really, you can't judge the game because they have to collect data and apply that data to the game, But to me, the game looks great. So that's Paul's special. They kept showing, just to explain things to us, probably to see about our
4-8. So Tekken 12 maybe.
reaction. Please forgive me, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, so this is the heat system, right? Which goes back into what I was talking about earlier about the whole aggression thing, right? And something that really carried Tekken 7. Something that really carried Tekken 7 was the spectacle of those fights. The spectacle of those fights were great, right? You had the slow motion thing and all that stuff, but sometimes those fights would drag on, and the only thing that saves us is the timer. Now, the heat mechanic, if you guys don't know, the heat mechanic is a third mechanic, right? We still have rage drives and we still have rage arts. As you've seen, we still have rage art, right? From Paul. Now, the rage drive, I don't think they showed in the trailer, but this new mechanic called the heat mechanic, I like to look at it as like a super cancel sort of thing, right? Except the only difference is that they are unique to each character, right? So, he's just explaining that they're unique to everyone, and it's really going to help with the dynamic of the fights. But they just look like super cancers to me personally. I'm fine with that. I put complete trust into the Tekken team. I know that they're going to make something great, so I'm not sweating it. But as you can see, it's just different for everyone. That's the heat system. And honestly, what I'm really concerned about is the gameplay. And I'm not saying I'm concerned, but that's what I'm worried about. When I look at Tekken 8, I'm not necessarily looking at the graphics. I'm looking at the gameplay, because that's what matters most, right? Second to that is the story. Third is the graphics, right? But clearly, as we can see, we're not suffering with the graphics, I do, however, and this has been since like Tekken 6 or Tekken 7. I would like better design stages. I'm not gonna lie to you. But Tekken 7 has some really good stages. Infinite Azure is one of them. Anyway, so this was the end of what what they're putting there, and then they let the game sold 10 million friggin' copies, which is a big deal. This game sold 10 million copies, which is huge for a fighting game. If you're a fighting game fan, not a lot of fighting games even really reach 1 million. They'll probably reach maybe 2 million. But for Tekken 7 to sell 10 million, that's huge. And yes, the game has been out about, officially 7 years? So sorry. Yeah, the game's been out for about 7 years. But the point is, the game has sold 10 million copies, and that's huge, compared to like Call of Duty selling like 60 million and stuff like that. It's showing that, the Tekken community is growing, and number two, or more importantly, the fighting game community is growing, and it's coming from a game that, me personally, I'm gonna tell you, man, I've spoken to so many people about Tekken, especially like those Marvel Capcom guys and those legacy 2D guys, those guys who really like 2D games. They don't really like 3D games, and man, they try to shit on Tekken. I'm just gonna put it out there. I probably shouldn't have said that. Use that word, but it's true. They tried to crap on Tekken, and I always saw something special in Tekken. And I'm so proud of these guys for what they had created, what they did, what they've made, and I hope that I think this game is going to be great. I think they're cooking up something great. Do I think we'll see it anytime soon? Hell no. Probably give it like 2 or 3 years before we really get a release date, because it took a long time for Tekken 7 to come out, and even when they had an announcement, they pushed it back. With that being said, my overall impression of Tekken 8 is that the game looks great. Just based off what they've shown us, you can tell they've been hard at work with everything that they've done. You can tell they've been hard at work with everything they've shown us. I'm trying to find a trailer again. um, you know, they're putting a lot of passion and love into this game, and you know, it's. I mean, look, this little clip right here looks great. You know, it's going to be a good game. You know, and I want to try to cover as much as this game as I can and give you my thoughts and impressions on it. Because, man, these guys, I don't know if they do it for views. I don't know if it's just them. But a lot of these guys are just pessimistic. Or they just don't know about, you know, Tekken like that, you know. It like they said, Tekken has been a very legacy-driven game, a very legacy-based game. So, you know, a lot of people don't really know about Tekken like that, you know. I mean, they do, but they can't tell you too much of anything, you know. Wow. Man, these ads are serious. Anyway. So yeah, so those are, you know, that's my thoughts on it. You know, so far Tekken 8 is gonna be a great game. Why does this keep coming? It keeps, I don't know. But yeah, Tekken 8 is gonna be a great game. I think so far, based off what I've seen, it's gonna be great. And I'm gonna do some more videos as far as, like, you know, going in depth and to the story mode or whatever. But that was really the main thing. And thank you guys so much for watching. I am going to try to get some sleep now. All right, bye bye. Ichiban signing out.